JPJ, who famously said, "I have not yet begun to fight." Inside this JPJ, they can't wait much longer. Virginia and a non-conference tilt against Bethune-Cookman out of the SWAC. And this Virginia program over the last decade and a half has been spoiled at the point guard position. Anish Shroff, Josh Pastner
in the pre-games.
Ted Valentine, Leslie Jones, Kellen Milliner, the officials. And Virginia will control to begin. Cavaliers at 5-4, the 4 losses through 9 games. The most by Virginia since Tony Bennett's first season.
You know, Anish, I expect Virginia to try to establish some inside presence. They need Buchanan and Saunders on Saturday versus SMU. It can be a long evening tonight and a long ACC season.
No doubt for Bethune-Cookman. Brayon Freeman is their leading scorer. He's gone for 20+ in 4 of his last 5. Reggie Ward coming off back-to-back double-doubles.
You can see Virginia's trying to establish the front court presence. They need that. I mean, Coach Ron Sanchez discussed that. They've got to get those guys better. They've got to get playing better, more production out of them.
How about Bethune-Cookman going right at that Virginia front court? Daniel Rozon, you mentioned in shoot-around, lieutenant here in Charlottesville. A couple of things are different. Mostly it's the same system we're used to seeing.
Yes, absolutely. And you can see there the dump down from Murray into Buchanan there. But inside the other postman posting up. They call that the block remover, which was kind of invented from Dick Bennett.
Rozon on the low post, denied by Buchanan. Second effort, and able to draw the foul on the sophomore from Coeur d'Alene.
That's why they were so successful, and part of the reason they won a national championship as well. Looking at, as Ron Sanchez talked about, a kind of a 3-headed monster with Rhodey, McNeely, and Sharma. When the screen's coming from Virginia, they're actually going underneath instead of over the top, which allowed them to shoot the 3-point shot. I don't know if that's by design, but it's been working at this point because they have not made him pay Virginia.
How about the 3 by Reggie Ward, the senior from Chicago?
In bunches.
He was a double-digit scorer at both George Washington and Rhode Island. Jesus Carolero-Martin, 12 in maroon, camping out at the top of the arc. Here's Freeman, catch, release, got it. And this place is church.
In the hang time era there on Saturday mornings.
Great work by our graphics team getting the Deering Tornadoes on the resume. Rainbow shot with a pot of gold at the end by Jesus Carolero-Martin.
In the ACC, prove it. Here's a chance for you to prove it and to show that you can go play at this level. So this gives them that motivation to do it.
And the shot clock winding down, another miss. Buchanan, and we get a foul. Buchanan, though, below 50%.
You are flying it up the floor, so over, and because of the slow possessions, you don't get that, and they're playing late shot clock. Anish, if you turn it over, you give yourself a less chance to win. If you don't turn it over and you're a little lesser talented, you have a better chance of hanging around and winning the game. That has been a big problem for Virginia, is a turnover issue because of their point guard play.
Freeman, the great feed to Khalil. Almost another near turnover off the defensive rebound. How about that? Last 10 minutes against SMU. Virginia 1 for 9 from the field. First 10 minutes tonight, 1 for 12. Sharma knocks down the 3, the freshman from up
for his shooting, and they're also going to play him at some point guard play. So you see right now, Rhodey's out of the game, so they're going to use McNeely and Sharma as the point guard spots right now. And if Sharma can open up and hit some threes, that will open up the floor for Virginia.
Here comes Ward off the strong drive using the glass.
Just didn't finish it.
Well, so far this game has the feel of a third grader playing a recorder for the first time. 8 field goals, 9 turnovers. Now it's 9-9 as Saunders gets inside, and the front court for Virginia.
For Virginia.
Here's Power, corner 3. That doesn't go. Buchanan, another chance for Virginia. Sharma, open. Got it. They've been waiting on him. 10 games into the season. Doubleheader begins with old rivals Syracuse into Georgetown meeting for the 100th time. Then Florida State will take on Tulane in the second game of the Auto Nation.
Offensive rebound on the missed shot by Saunders. Powers got the offensive rebound. They called a foul, so it gave him a second chance out of bounds to be able to score a three. If you're not shooting the ball well, best chance to give yourself, don't turn over and also be on the offensive glass.
Freeman the answer, and outstanding ball reversal. Freeman, a lot of dribbling. Terrific screen by Rozan. Willoughby, everything but the basket. Now Freeman, the teardrop. Offensive rebound. Rozan playing bully ball down low. The junior out of line. Got Murray in the air. Rebound Buchanan. Ishan Sharma, the freshman from Canada. Career high 9 points in this first half. He's been the offense. Brody on the drive-by.
Well,
teams have been playing off Buchanan of late. Not a threat from the outside. Rhodey almost turned it over. Using that 6'6" frame over the 6'2" Freeman.
so Virginia right there.
The Cavaliers have not led tonight against a 2-6 team out of the SWAC. Stolen away by Freeman, and he has it knocked away. Loose ball, Rozan up ahead, Freeman. Murray can't get there in the basket, good. Time expires in the first half. Little acting job by Freeman going off the court as he bumped into Buchanan.
Offensive rebounding or through their defense.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman has given up double-digit offensive rebounds in every game this season. That's been an issue for them. But they've got a three-point lead on the road, and you mentioned how critical these first 4 minutes of the half could be. This has worked. Playing through Rozan, ran out of space. Good ball movement. Freeman with the shot clock winding down through the contact, and he's got 10. Transfer, Trey Thomas, team's second leading scorer. Good position, Rozan. Martin, who played at Missouri last year. And we get a blocking foul on Virginia.
Well, again, on the double.
Jesus Caralero Martin gets the North Carolina, Clemson, Wake Forest to finish the day.
Here quickly because they're going to need some shooting or some scoring, and he's been the one guy that's been able to do that, as we discussed at halftime.
Here's the lob, Buchanan to Saunders, and the Bigs enter the chat.
That was a good play call. Out of bounds here. The back screen, no communication by Bethune-Cookman. When there's a back screen, you've got to be able to communicate. Lack of communication allowed for the rain for the free look. Easy 2 points.
Bethune-Cookman from Daytona Beach, Florida. McNeely with his... Murray got the start today, first of the season, third of his career. Rhodey, he's got size at 6'6". No day-day aims for Virginia. Their normal point guard as Buchanan gets the follow. Ames suffered an ankle sprain. We'll take on Texas. Winner gets Arizona State. SMU goes to Penn State. Winner will get Boise in the quarters. Willoughby, the basket and the foul. And this Bethune-Cookman Wildcats team
continues to get, everyone gets tighter and tighter, whereas Reggie Theus.
Yeah, and then you get the fans in this building getting flashbacks to Furman and to UMBC.
They haven't had a bad loss, Virginia, on their resume. If they were to lose this would be a bad loss.
McNeely ties it at 27. His first triple, a 50% three-point shooter.
They need to get him going, able to get off of a baseline screening action.
Good position down low.
Background.
Yeah, with 11 new players on this team, Reggie Theus telling us simplify has been one of the themes in this early part of the year. Kofi out to Saunders. Knocks down a three, and Virginia has its...
Without Freeman on the floor, Bethune-Cookman has trouble scoring late clock. He's their best playmaker to create their own shot.
Kofi from Sharma, freshman to freshman. Well, so much of the upside for Virginia's season will depend on how far Sharma and Kofi come along, especially once you get into conference play. Oh, Thomas, nifty move inside. His first two
Ball.
That could be of greater concern once they really get into conference play. McNeely, that ball hit him in the face. And Ted Valentine blows
Right now and find a way to take advantage of those guys on the bench.
and a look ahead to the best matchups coming up. Team SWAC, 2-6 entering play, but they have played a lot of power conference squads: Nebraska, Texas Tech, Minnesota. Willoughby hoists and hits, and when shots like that go in, now Rhodey, his pass tipped. Saunders on the inside against Onanina. Saunders back to the right hand on the follow, and Ted Valentine says foul.
Deal now these days.
Me before we, is that 1 out of 2? Martin corrals the bounds. Buchanan, 1 rebound away from 10. David Onanina. Trey Thomas gets the bounce. Ball bouncing the way of the Wild. Second on the shot clock.
Look for them to throw it right over to Buchanan.
Rhodey, the lob. Saunders, the slam.
Great miss.
Posting up Saunders. Lost it. Rhodey leading the break. Does Virginia push? They had numbers. Saunders has it knocked away, and a foul on Onanina, his second.
Shot clock situations. You can see where Saunders is at the top of your screen right now. You think he's out of the play, but he gets the back screen. They fall asleep on him, and a great pass as well. Outgoing, he got some energy and gave them some life. That's how great basketball is. He was thinking, let me give him a rest and let him go the rest of the game for this rest of this 9 minutes and try to find a way to get a win.
Big offensive rebound. Sharma for 3. 4 triples for
Really hurt Bethune-Cookman in that area this evening.
Ward off the skip pass, air ball, and you can feel the pendulum swing. Rhodey, uncontested, and 1.
And as you mentioned, the swing of momentum has now all gone into Virginia's way. And the lack of movement by Bethune-Cookman allows Virginia to be in those gaps, that pack line defense, as we talked about earlier, where they're in the gaps, pack line in the gaps.
More than 3 minutes since the Wildcats last made a field goal. Sharma to Kofi, and the bounce goes Virginia's way, plus. Nice little line in the game notes. Seattle's best Murray. Here we go, shot clock at 5. Tane Murray, no good on the teardrop. You talked about it earlier. You're down 9 against Virginia. What does that feel like?
It feels like you double at 18, and that's the way for them to get back, is you've got to get stops and then go in transition. A breakdown right there. They didn't get back and build a wall, which allowed Freeman to get to the rim. Those are the keys for Virginia, not only for tonight, but for the rest of the season.
Turnover by Virginia. They're 11th. Freeman accelerates, gets the basket. So Brayon Freeman comes in.
Because of a guy like Freeman who can score in bunches, you've got to be real careful.
Sharma tiptoes the end line. McNeely made contact with Thomas. Saunders. Cyclones inside for the 2. Be a lesson here for Virginia too. Oh, McNeely, not much of a factor. Teams in the ACC are going to try to take him away.
Well, the SMU did that once Day went out in the second half. They really pressed up against them and said, we're not going to even let you catch the ball. We're going to make someone else.
Kofi, skies for the board.
It's just when Virginia in that pack line, if you don't have some cutting and moving, it allows them to really load up to the ball. Multiple guys to the ball, and that makes it tough.
Freeman commits the foul. It brings us to the half. McNeely's free throw good, the front end of it.
Well, first of all, you got to give Sharma credit, because without him, Virginia would have been in real trouble in this game, because McNeely has not.
And the 4 losses have all been by double digits. Great position. Saunders powers home for 2.
Good-looking post seal there. Good-looking pass. Credit to all the game, especially out of those big plays, base out of bounds in special team situations.
That's why we always made sure we had a camera on Coach Pastner. It's good for television. A lot of animation. Kofi down low, gets the friendly roll. He's got 9 to go along with 8 rebounds in your conference tournament and get that 1 bid.
And that's why these type of games will help them and get better. And obviously, Coach Theus has been around a long time, has been at the highest level. We'll have them ready in league play.
Kofi, a little icing on the cake. We get a timeout, 30 seconds to go. Virginia, Pac's neighbor. No harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Is that the only show in the world that does it from the basement? Might be.
Well, there are others, but you find them on YouTube.
Good point.
Ma the Meatloaf.
Yes, yeah. Well,
They're the ones you get the anonymous emails from, Josh.
No one as famous as Mark Packer is doing anything from the basement other than Mark Packer.
And a turnover as time expires. Roberts missing the dunk. Virginia pulls away 59-41. Cavaliers shoot 60% from the field in the second half.